Be sure to check out my Veve and Omi investors group in the description down below. Together we build generational wealth and go over everything you need to be profitable in the Veve markets. Yo, what is going on, y'all? I'm Cavell Anderson, and we are back with another Veve and Ecomi video. In this one, we're going to be checking out David Yu, going a little bit into the targeting, the target audience of the Veve app and things like that. And just a lot more information that the community needs to know, so you can fully understand the vision and where things are going and why Veve makes the decisions that they make. Because a lot of people in the community want Veve to make decisions based off of the investors. They're like, oh, if you don't care about us, then you don't care about your investors and all this, not realizing that the only way that the investors will ever see a true profit or big profit, because right now the investors are happy with the profits that we're seeing because it's bigger than a lot of other spaces. But the goals and plans that they have, the profit for the investors can be something out of this world, something that you have never seen before, never could have imagined in your life. And that's that's the big picture a lot of people can't see, because a lot of people just don't believe that they're that lucky, they could ever be that lucky. But I mean, that happens. Like, this is why I always try to stress the future and where they're trying to take this, so people can understand these numbers are real. When I say things like $10, it's not just something that was pulled out of thin air. The world is doing this and going this way, whether you take the time to research it and understand it or not. Like, it's going that way. So it makes very much more sense to really try to understand the world and where things are going than it does to just blindly dismiss because you have never heard or seen anything like it. Because a lot of people dismissed when they had never heard or seen anything like Bitcoin, and look how that turned out for them. We're in the middle of these emerging technologies that it's going to be a lot that you have never seen happen before. Get used to it. We're living in times right now, the world is shifting to something completely different. Like, when you can, the first company out here is using NFTs to sell homes and sell cars and stuff like that. You're probably going to see some amazing things happening around that industry as well. Like, people are about to come into a lot of wealth who starts to see these opportunities that's coming throughout this time in history. So this is the time to run it up, man. We're never getting this opportunity another time in our lives, so you got to take advantage right now, in my opinion. Not financial advice, but that being said, let's jump into this. Be sure to drop that thumbs up, subscribe, and turn on notifications. Let's get it. Stay woke, y'all.
The app is called Veve. It's available in both Android and Apple store, so you can download it in the palm of your hand. And what we cover in our app is really, number one, our target audience is the mass market. We really believe that to get massive adoptions, you need to have an easy onboarding process.
And I pointed out in my last video, towards the end of my last video before I ended it, that he says mass adoption, not collection, not collectors. I think that distinction is very important and is key, because he has talked a lot about gamers and the gaming community, and he's taken a lot of inspiration and comparisons from that, which is why he chose the Ready Player One approach. That was his dream from the beginning. Collectors is not mass adopted. It's not a lot of collectors. It's not, especially in comparison to like gamers and things like that. It's just not. Collecting is a small industry. There's just big money in it. So notice he said mass market. You have to understand the full picture. Don't just focus in on the key things that fits whatever narratives you want to push or you want to believe. Fit in everything. Everything should be a part of your vision and part of why you invested. If it's not, then there is more that you need to learn and more that you need to understand, for sure. And a lot of people are this way. I say this because a lot of people are this way. A lot of people actually understand one part of Veve really well, but they completely disregard another part they don't understand at all. It's like you have to understand it all to really get a big view of where Veve is going and the potential of this project. So yeah, because even without Veve, we could see the Omi token hit crazy prices because of the partnerships they're going to have. We're going to have a game created by Niantic, Pokemon Go style, and we already have digital assets that looks good in Pokemon Go style. It's like, come on, you could argue just that one game alone, and that's not the only game that's coming, by the way. You could just argue that one game alone could do some crazy stuff if it goes off similar to Pokemon Go. But I mean, it's like you gotta really be able to see the big picture and really understand. So yeah, but I know a lot of people will not believe that they're that lucky to have gotten an investment like that. But a lot of people are going to be upset. Oh, taking profits here and there. That's what you call profit for this industry. I mean, yeah, you just took a profit for the stock market, but for what type of profits we gonna see in the NFT space? You ain't take no profit. You just took a form of disrespect. But that's just my opinion. All opinion, not financial advice.
And I really do believe that, you know, if you really have to get MetaMask wallet, and there's nothing wrong with all these, and getting the gas fees, getting your wallet top up, it does require a lot more skill. And then what we wanted to do was easy onboarding, and also in the vice versa, easy onboarding for the brands that we have. The Veve app today,
and that's one thing that I don't think people have thought about. Veve is easily onboarded for the mass market, but they also are easy to onboard for the brands and IP, the licensors. So that's a big deal as well. It's easier to get on Veve and easier to understand the process, to know what's going on, and to feel that your assets are protected with Veve. A huge reason why they got all these brands. It's just like big picture thinking all around from them. And that's a side that we would never even care about. It's like, we don't care how easy the licensor comes on board. Like, we just care that they're here. So yeah, like the fact that he said that, that's amazing.
we work with partners such as Marvel, Disney, 20th Century Fox, Lucasfilm, Pixar. I think we have Sony, MGM, CBS, Viacom.
He think we got Sony. I mean, Sony, one of the biggest companies in the world, but he think we got Sony. I mean, he don't even got to remember who he got. Like, no, let me stop. But listen, bro, it's just a flex, bro. Like, I mean, they got everybody, basically, is what he's trying to tell to you right now. That's what he's trying to say. They got everybody.
Warner, DC, and many other artists in our category. And what we really built is something truly unique. Number one is fandom. So you come into the app, and the idea is you will see all the characters in the nostalgia TV programs or gaming characters that you once know of when you grew up, all in one. And how we have been expanding this business is, number one is we sell the collectibles as the NFT, and these collectibles are sold in what we call a drop system, and we celebrate the drop system. So every week and throughout the week we have these releases, and you need to be in the app and be there first. So far, everything's been selling out within a second or two, and you know, that's created a big community, you know, thinking, are these digital assets are made for just resale, or these are collectibles for
We're gonna run that back.
assets are made for just resale, thinking, are these digital assets are made for just resale.
So this he just told you all that the Veve community is not the target audience for these assets. Well, that's not, the Veve community don't actually understand the purpose for these assets. I mean, you can see he's trying to think of a nice way to say things, because people don't even, like, basically people just buy these assets to resell them, not really understanding the big vision, like not understanding where these going. Then you have these whales that coming in like Ray Fixie, who really sees like the big picture and really understands. Like you have Taps, you have a lot of people in this community who understands the big picture, and they can see where this is going to go. Then they know that it's going to take time, and they know that how things are right now isn't how it's always going to be. People want stuff to enhance the buying experience for investors. You're not the target audience. You're not. Like, we're not the target audience. And if you want us to be, that shows how much you want Veve to fail. Because if Veve becomes that, that would be tragic for this company. That would be very, very tragic.
Thinking, are these digital assets are made for just resale, or these are collectibles for people who want to enjoy the fandom. So what we really wanted to achieve in the second stage was really understand how we can get the creative economy going. And the beauty about the creative economy is really sharing that fandom, sharing that data, that image of you in social, through Instagram or your favorite social media, and get that become the talking topic. And the other important part in the Veve app is what you have seen behind me is the physical collectibles. I have them hanging on throughout my gallery, I have things sitting on the shelf. So we created an almost like a mixed reality, a 0.5 towards the metaverse. And we wanted to see if that experience is what the users and customer wants. And what we do is we have curated these, what we call defaults. Users can easily place the collectibles that they own into the fold in different areas, dimensions, size wise, so they can fit as much as they want. They can curate their own room. They can share the room through the images, and they can walk through it through the augmented reality mode that we have available on the mobile phones. And that really allows the fans to be engaged in walking into it. And that basically is how we really utilize the initial content of all these NFTs we have.
That's how they utilize the initial content. The initial. So much more is coming. And they've already said that what we have right now on Veve is the gift shop. It's just the gift shop. They're gonna have an entire theme park, and a lot of the decisions that investors want Veve to make is based off of the gift shop. This is why it's illogical. It's illogical. And this is why I always say that education is very, very important, because you need to understand that it's so much bigger than what investors want. Investors think small. They only think based on the information that they know and can see right in front of them and things that's provable. An investor doesn't even want to take the time to consider that Veve could deliver a metaverse, because Veve can't meet timelines when it comes down to certain other things. And that's like, if you want to feel that way about Veve, that's perfectly fine. It's understandable. Like you feel that you've been let down by Veve. So I get it. But it doesn't change the fact that they've had this vision and they're building this vision beautifully as far as it goes towards their plan and what Veve was always meant to do. Like, your interpretation of Veve supposed to be something different or supposed to be making different decisions, that's how you feel about it. The reality is Veve has been doing, me personally, they've been doing everything that I expected them to do. To be honest, everything. This is why people like me don't really have a problem with what's going on with Veve. They're doing everything that I expected. So yeah.
We really wanted to produce something a lot more around utility value. So late last year, we partnered up with Disney Plus, where every NFT of the golden moment that you purchase, it gives you a subscription, either a 3 months or a 12-month subscription. We have done NFT programs with MGM Bond with their movie releases. And in recent weeks, we also released Aston Martin DB5 in our app. And now that's taking the NFT to another level where the utility value go as far as being interactive, as well as being you're able to control and drive the car as you know of in the movie. So you can touch the lights, the machine gun comes out, you have all the gadgets inside.
Are these things drivable yet, or did he just leak this? Or did he just leak that they were definitely going to be drivable? I mean, I think we all pretty much know the vehicles in Veve are all going to be drivable. They're not just doing them just to have vehicles that sit around. And this is the whole point of a metaverse, is to make these things usable. But are they usable yet? I don't know. I don't have that one. Are they usable, or did he just leak something that's going to boost the value of these things?
And basically, with your remote control on the phone, it's out, you can drive it around. And that's where we really start to think, where the possibility of these NFT and what really the audience and people have known as Web 3.0, and really just trying to get into that space. So, Steve, I hope that gives you a little bit of insight about what we're doing, and hopefully, you got some questions for me.
So yeah, there we have it, man. That's where we're going to end it at. I mean, a lot of information right there. He's given us a lot of insights into some of the things that we can see coming, and the vision and the direction that this company is deciding to head in. Like I said, I 100% expected this, and I'm glad that they're going about it this way, because this is the way to get mass adoption. I know that a lot of people look at things from the NFT perspective, from the, I want interoperability, we don't trust businesses. Trust me, high schoolers, college kids don't give the slightest shit about that, man. Yeah, you have the few who are interested in NFTs and who's interested in stuff like that, but the majority just don't and never will. They never will. This is why like people get their assets and stuff controlled and stuff today. Like this is why people just use banks today. It's convenient. It's easy. Like it's easy. You like if something happens with your bank, you have someone that you can go and cry to. You have somebody you can go and cry to and figure that out. If you make a mistake and you have full control over everything that you have, you're just screwed. And the average person don't want that type of responsibility on themselves. Like you don't want everything you have being in your hands, because if something does happen, there's no one you can go to about that. So yeah, that being said, let me know what y'all think in the comment section down below. We will continue this for sure, but be sure to drop that thumbs up, subscribe, and turn on notifications, and I'm gonna catch y'all on the next one. Peace out, y'all.